Hello, my students. I welcome you all to your Vedantu Accountancy classes. So, this is a class 11 session for accounting principles in one shot. Total one shot में बेटा whole chapter we are going to understand which is your accounting principle. Of course, पूरे तरीके से very वाला important है और एक ना एक क्वेश्चन तो एग्जाम में इससे बनता ही बनता है. तो फटाफट से वन शॉट में इसको एक बार समझ लेते हैं कि विच प्रिंसिपल्स आर इंपॉर्टेंट और क्या क्या कवर होता है हमारे सारे अकाउंटिंग प्रिंसिपल्स में. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद आवर टुडेज सेशन. आई होप यू ऑल आर टोटली फाइन, यू ऑल आर टोटली वेल. सब अच्छा चल रहा है, सब बढ़िया चल रहा है, अच्छे से तुम लोग पढ़ाई कर रहे हो होपफुली. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद आवर टुडेज क्लास विच इज ऑफ अकाउंटेंसी principles, accounting principles basically beta. So what are accounting principles? Let's understand first about that, right? कि accounting principles हैं क्या, क्यों पढ़े हैं मैम, इसमें क्या फायदा है हमारा, राइट? सो बेसिकली बेटा हमारे लाइफ में भी कहीं ना कहीं हमारे कुछ प्रिंसिपल्स होते हैं, राइट? कि हाँ ये काम अगर मुझे करना है तो मैं इसी तरीके से करूंगा या इसी तरीके से करूंगी. एक प्रिंसिपल, सबका कुछ ना कुछ लाइफ में प्रिंसिपल्स होते हैं. नहीं मैम हमारा तो कोई प्रिंसिपल नहीं है, कभी ऐसे कर लेते, कभी वैसे कर लेते, कभी कुछ भी नहीं करते. बट कहीं ना कहीं बेटा आपके कुछ पॉइंट्स में कुछ ना कुछ, हर इंसान के कुछ प्रिंसिपल्स होते हैं लाइफ में कि या this thing I am going to do in this manner only, right? ये स्कूल वाले प्रिंसिपल नहीं, ये प्रिंसिपल वाले प्रिंसिपल हैं जो you follow in your daily lives. So these are rules and general guidelines that are followed by accountants. Now accounting is also going to give you its principles as well. क्यों? क्योंकि अकाउंटिंग के भी अपने प्रिंसिपल्स है, अकाउंटिंग को करने के भी कुछ गाइडलाइंस, कुछ रूल्स, कुछ तरीके होते हैं बेटा. So that are followed by accountants in accounting of various items like assets. तो जब भी बेटा हम सारी अकाउंटिंग की चीजों को रिकॉर्ड करते हैं, so there are some rules which we have to follow, whether it be posting assets, whether it be posting liabilities, whether it be posting expenses, whether it be posting income. So whatever we are posting in the accountings, we have to follow some principles to post it, right? अगर बेटा देयर आर नो प्रिंसिपल्स, अगर कोई प्रिंसिपल्स नहीं होंगे, सो एवरीबॉडी विल डू अकाउंटिंग एज पर देयर ओन माइंड्स एंड एवरी माइंड इज डिफरेंट, एवरीबॉडी इज हैविंग डिफरेंट ओपिनियंस, सो इट विल नॉट बिकम कंपैरेबल, इट विल नॉट बिकम अंडरस्टैंडेबल. तो ये कोई भी फीचर, रेलेवेंसी, अंडरस्टैंडेबिलिटी, कंपैरेबिलिटी कुछ भी नहीं मिल पाएगा if there are no principles. So that's why there is a need of principle, that every accountant, every firm, they follow same rule, same guidelines, so the accounting statements, accounting books, they can become comparable, right? They can become understandable, आप सभी लोग उसको समझ पाए, right? For example, fixed assets should be depreciated over their expected useful life. So fixed assets, आप लोग थोड़ा आगे आगे चैप्टर भी पढ़ेंगे depreciation, but for simple knowledge now, fixed assets का बेटा every year depreciation is done. There is a fall in value in all the assets every year. Some are exceptions as well. So this is what accounting principle means, right? Accounting principles are beta divided into accounting concepts and accounting conventions. Accounting concepts are like the assumptions which are based on which accounting operates. That means which you should know before starting accounting. Accounting conventions are the customs and traditions that assist the accountant in preparing accounting statements. So concepts are the assumptions or rules which you should know before starting your accounting preparation. And assumptions, they are used while preparing the books of your accounting. Example for accounting concepts, you can take going concern concept, and accounting conventions ka example prudence, conservatism principle. Why these are examples? That you will understand after the completion of all the principles. So concepts ka matlab kya hai? Why it is divided into two parts? Concepts means which you follow before starting accounting. Conventions means which you will follow while doing accounting, right? So which principles we are going to cover today? All the principles: entity, money measurement, periodicity, accrual, matching, going concern, cost, realization, dual concept, conservatism, consistency, materiality, disclosure principle, whole disclosure principle. Every concept, every assumption will be covered in this session. So let's quickly begin with the first concept, which is बिजनेस एंटिटी कंसेप्ट. बिजनेस एंटिटी कंसेप्ट क्या होता है बेटा? Basically, accounting records are made in book of accounts from the point of view of business unit, right? So from the very first day, I always tell you that very first day when you pick up the book of accounts, now you have to assume that you are the accountant of business. You have to do all the transactions. You have to post the books from the POV of business, right? So it explains, the concept explains that business and owner, they are different. Business and owner, they are different from each other, right? So the accounting records are made from the point of view of a business. The personal assets and liabilities of owner, they are not recorded in the books of business. So whatever personally owner is doing in his or her personal life, whether he is buying new car, whether he is going to McD to eat burger, whether he is enjoying his life on sitting in the beach, we don't care about that. Business is not going to record anything about the personal transactions of the owner. No, only the transactions which are related to business, that will be recorded, right? Therefore, not considered while recording and reporting assets and liability of business of, like personal things of owner, they are not recorded in the books of business. But it means that that for the purpose of accounting, the business and its owner are to be treated as two different aspects. So बेटा ये जो है ना, दो अलग अलग एस्पेक्ट हो जाते हैं यहाँ पे, कि ओनर जो है वो अलग हो गया और बिजनेस जो है वो अलग हो जाता है, राइट? सो हाँ, आगे देखिए बेटा, इसमें क्या रहेगा? द कंसेप्ट ऑफ बिजनेस एंटिटी अज्यूम्स, जस्ट अ सेकेंड, या okay, the concept of business entity assumes that business has distinct and separate identity from its owner. तो बिजनेस का बेटा अपना नाम रहेगा. जैसे कि इस बिजनेस का नाम क्या हो गया? बबानी होता है मैम. अच्छा, यस, अगर मान लेते हैं कि इस बिजनेस का नाम जो है वो आ जाता है, लेट्स से बिजनेस का अपना नाम है बम्बानी समोसा, राइट? और इस पर्सन का अपना नाम है, मान लो इसका नाम है टिया, राइट? इसका नाम मान लो टिया है. तो if this person is going to be different and Bambani Samosa is going to be different. I think this part will be cut. Yeah. So now owner is having separate identity and business is having its own identity, right? Basically, if you will say, ma'am, if owner is bringing some money into the business, we know that we call it capital, right? And if owner is withdrawing any money from the business, we call it drawings. Yes. These two words of owner will only be included in the books of accounts, but rather than from these two words, if there is anything which talks about the proprietor, that will not be considered. So that's why this money which is brought in by owner into the business, that is called as capital, right? And the money which is withdrawn by owner for personal use, that is called as drawings. And this capital is treated as liability, beta. This capital is treated as liability in the business, because we are assuming that owner ने पैसा उधार दिया है business को. So that's why you assume it as liability. If the business entity concept comes, you have to give the example of liability and drawings for sure. Business entity is also known as separate entity, beta. Separate entity भी इसको बोलते हैं. Separate entity assumption or concept, principle, right? Next, that's what I was explaining you, that the owner and the business, they are different from each other. But if owner brings any money into the business, that will be considered as capital, as a liability of the business, right? Then yes, that's what we were understanding, that owner and business, they are separate from each other. Concluding the principle that any private and personal incomes and expenses of owner should not be treated as income and expenses of business. So owner का अगर कोई personal income हो रहा है, personal expense हो रहा है, that will not become part of your business in any ways. Next principle, money measurement principle. बेटा money measurement principle clears you one thing कि if it is about money, record it. If it is not about money, that cannot be recorded in the books of accounting. तो पूरा कॉमर्स के तीनों सब्जेक्ट से बेटा आपको यही चीजें समझाते हैं कि मनी मेजरमेंट जिन चीजों का आप कर सको. The concept of money measurement states that only the transactions which are happening in organizations and which can be expressed in terms of money, such as sale of goods, payment of expenses, or receipt of income, they are only recorded in the books of accounts. Otherwise, nothing which is apart from the money terms or which is not in monetary terms, that will not be recorded in the books of your accounting. तो वो money terms में अगर है तो वो चीज हम बिल्कुल रिकॉर्ड करेंगे. अगर मनी टर्म्स की बात नहीं हो रही तो हम उस ट्रांजेक्शन को रिकॉर्ड नहीं कर सकते. एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू आर पेइंग एक्सपेंसेस, ऑफ कोर्स यू विल रिकॉर्ड इट. You are paying salaries, of course you will record it. You are depreciating your asset, of course you will record it. But if it is not about money, we can't record it. For example, death of efficient employee, this will not be recorded, right? Strike by labor. Strike by labor. So these are not in the monetary terms, beta. We can't record it, right? Resignation of efficient employee. Resignation of efficient employee. Even these transactions are very much important in the business. Still, if they are not in monetary terms, we can't record it. तो उसको monetary terms में पैसे की बातों में जरूर आना पड़ेगा अगर वो ट्रांजेक्शन बुक्स में आना चाहता है तो, राइट? अदर एग्जांपल्स, अपॉइंटमेंट ऑफ अ न्यू मैनेजर, कैपेबिलिटी ऑफ इट्स ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज, क्रिएटिविटी of its research department or image of organization among people in general. ये चीजें बहुत important है एक business के लिए, but still they cannot be recorded in the books of accounts. Why? Because there is no monetary terms involved in this, right? Money में ये express ही नहीं हो पा रहा है, right? Who are the promoters of company? What are their backgrounds? ये चीजें बेटा. Now let's come to the next concept, which is going concern concept. The going concern concept says or assumes that business is going to run for a never ending period. So यहाँ पे हम assume कर रहे हैं बेटा that business will run for a never ending time, right? Business is going to run its operations indefinitely. वी आर अज्यूमिंग कि जब भी हम बिजनेस स्टार्ट करते हैं बेटा, हम ये सोच के चलते हैं कि हमारा बिजनेस कभी खत्म ही नहीं होगा, कभी ये बिजनेस एंड पर आएगा ही नहीं, राइट? सो फॉर अ फेयरली लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम एंड वुड नॉट बी लिक्विडेटेड इन द फोरसीएबल फ्यूचर. वी आर नॉट एक्सपेक्टिंग दैट दिस बिजनेस कैन रन आउट ऑफ बिजनेस. कभी भी ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता, ये हम अज्यूम करके चलते हैं. This is an important assumption of accounting as it provides the very basis of showing the value of assets in the balance sheet. So this is very much important. Why? Because on the basis of this and only this principle, we are buying all the assets. How, ma'am? Let me tell you. Beta, whatever assets you are buying, even if you are buying the assets, you are going to think that, yeah, I am going to use this asset at least for 5 years, for 10 years. So आपके mind में ये 5-10 कैसे आया? है ना? How can you assume 5-10? That means you are assuming that 5-10 years के लिए ये चल रहा है. तो सारे एसेट्स जो अच्छे बड़े एसेट्स होते हैं, फैक्ट्री की बड़ी मशीनरीज होती हैं, वो तो बहुत ईयर्स तक चलती हैं. तो उस टाइम पे आप ये अज्यूम कर रहे हो ना कि यस दिस इज गोइंग टू रन फॉर अ लॉन्गर पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. सो आप यहाँ पे अज्यूम करके चलते हो कि मेरा बिजनेस लॉन्ग टर्म चलेगा, तभी आप कोई एसेट खरीदते हो, राइट? दिस इज लाइक इन अनइंटेंशनल यू आर लाइक अज्यूमिंग इट कि ये तो होगा ही होगा, राइट? When we purchase an asset, for example, computer, if we are buying, we are assuming it is going to work for 5 years. So at that point of time also you are thinking that, yeah, my business is going to run for a longer period of time. Yes or no? The concept of going concern, there are some businesses which are exempted. The temporary businesses like joint venture or any temporary partnership. Joint venture means when two companies, two or more than two companies, they come together to do a particular task or to run a particular business. That is joint venture. So joint venture or temporary partnerships, they are exempted from this concept, going concern concept. So going concern concept in short means that you are assuming that your business is going to run for a long period of time, for a never ending time. That is what you are assuming. Yes, this is the assumption which we are making. So this is how we concluded that there is a foreseeable future जो हम सोच रहे हैं कि बिजनेस का रहेगा ही रहेगा तो अच्छा assumption रहता है. अब आगे आपके फ्यूचर में कुछ भी हो, बट आप आज की तारीख में ये सोच के चल रहे हो कि हम ये सोचते हैं कि बिजनेस बहुत समय तक चलने वाला है. Next is accounting period concept, the most important concept, beta. Why is this most important? Because this clears you about the accounting year, right? So beta, accounting year, you all know your calendar year, जिसमें आप न्यू ईयर बनाते हो. कैलेंडर ईयर जिसमें आप लोग न्यू ईयर बनाते हो कब? जनवरी 1 से दिसंबर 31 तक. बट अकाउंटिंग में we don't follow the calendar year. We follow accounting year, which starts from April. You can take 2024 and will end in March 31, 2025. So this is accounting year, which starts from April 1 of the particular year and ends in the next year, March 31. So now accounting students और commerce students का न्यू ईयर कब होगा बेटा? अप्रैल 1 से होगा. कब से होगा? अप्रैल 1 से, right? So this is the accounting period concept which says that we are breaking the whole accounting into small parts. है ना? एक साथ बेटा बहुत सारे ईयर्स का अकाउंटिंग तो कर नहीं सकते, तो ईयर में आप अकाउंटिंग करते हो. तो ईयर को अकाउंटिंग का अपना एक ईयर निकालता है अप्रैल 1 which ends on March 31 of the next year. Business prepares financial statements for specific periods to evaluate performance, right? Calendar year, which I have told you, which begins from January, ends in December, but now you have the another year, right? आप इसमें रिकॉर्डिंग तो कर सकते हो अपना मंथली, क्वार्टरली, सेमी एनुअली, बट पीरियड आपको जो अकाउंटिंग प्रिंसिपल्स देते हैं वो अप्रैल टू मार्च रहता है, right? So this is what accounting period concept is. Next is cost concept, or even you can call it historical concept, historical cost concept, right? Historical cost concept. What is this principle, beta? This principle states that all the assets are recorded in the book of accounts at their purchase price, which includes cost of acquisition, transportation, installation, and making the asset ready to use. So basically what they are saying beta, that आप अपनी बुक्स में एसेट को हमेशा उसकी परचेज वैल्यू पर रिकॉर्ड करोगे. परचेज वैल्यू इज द हिस्टोरिकल वैल्यू. हिस्टोरिकल वैल्यू मीन्स जिस पर आपने परचेज किया था, चाहे वो 10 years पहले था, चाहे वो 5 years पहले था, बट यू आर गोइंग टू रिकॉर्ड इट ऑन द हिस्टोरिकल वैल्यू ओनली. तो पुरानी वैल्यू पर ही हम उसको ईयर टू ईयर रिकॉर्ड करते जाते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, an old plant was purchased for 50 lakh by Shiva Enterprise, which into the business of manufacturing detergent. An amount of 10,000 was spent in the beginning of the business. In addition, 15,000 was spent for repairs and plant के पोजिशन को इम्प्रूव करने के लिए 25,000 इंस्टॉलेशन में लगाए गए, राइट? Okay, so to make it ready to use, so basically beta, if there is purchase value of 10 lakh and the market value of the let's say this is machinery or any other asset, let's say this is machinery, the purchase value is 10 lakh but the market value of this is 12 lakh, still you are going to record the purchase value only, historical value only. You are going to show the historical values of business only. So this is what we conclude here, that assets should be shown on the balance sheet at the cost of purchase instead of current value. We are not going to mention the current value, we are going to use the old values only, right? So this is your historical cost concepts. Okay ji. For example, we have like historical cost concept. This was the price of a car, I think. Yeah. So there is a discount which you have deducted, but whatever discounts, after deducting the discounts and adding the installation expenses, whatever is the price, if that is the purchase value, that only you are going to use for years. Next, dual aspect concept. Dual aspect concept is that every transaction gives you two effects. Dual aspect is the foundation or basic principle of accounting. This principle beta will be used in each and every step of your accounting. जो भी चैप्टर आप स्टार्ट करोगे वहां पे ये प्रिंसिपल लगने ही वाला है, except for the last chapter single entry. It provides the various bases for recording transactions into the book of account. The concept states that each and every transaction is going to give twofold effect and should therefore be recorded at two places. So it states that each and every transaction, हर transaction का दो effect होगा ही होगा. For example, if Ram started business by investing 50 lakh, so 50 lakh से हो जाएगी business की capital increase और साथ के साथ cash भी increase हो जाएगा. So दो चीजें हर बार हर transaction से at least affect होंगी ही होंगी. This is the major thing which dual aspect principle states, right? So for example, if you are having 10 lakh as capital, अगर 10 lakh owner ने invest किया तो उस 10 लाख से आप एसेट्स ही तो खरीदोगे, तो वो टोटल 10 लाख दो इफेक्ट देंगे. एक तो कैपिटल इंक्रीज होगी, दूसरा आप एसेट्स अरेंज करेंगे, राइट? सो दिस इज व्हाट योर डुअल एस्पेक्ट प्रिंसिपल, डुअल एस्पेक्ट कंसेप्ट स्टेट्स, है ना? अगर हमारे पास बेटा थोड़ा कैपिटल है, थोड़ा सा बोरोड मनी है, तो उससे भी हम दूसरी तरफ एसेट्स ही अरेंज करने वाले हैं. सो यहाँ पे आपका अकाउंटिंग इक्वेशन भी अपने आप स्टेट हो रहा है that capital plus liability is equals to assets. Don't take tension about this abhi now. We have a further chapter accounting equation in which इसको बहुत clearly समझा जाएगा, right? Next, here we are clear about assets is equals to liability plus capital. Next is revenue recognition concept, beta. This concept of revenue recognition that states that the revenue for a business transaction should be included in accounting records only when it is realized. It states that आप accounting transaction को तभी रिकॉर्ड कीजिए जब आपने उसमें अपना ड्यूटी पूरा कर दिया हो, आपने मतलब अपना सर्विसेज, अपना गुड्स प्रोवाइड कर दिया हो, राइट? रेवेन्यू इज assumed to be realized when a legal right to receive it arises. मतलब कि जब आप उसको लीगली प्रेजेंट कर सके ना, ट्रांजेक्शन इतना एलिजिबल हो जाए, तभी उसको दिखाया जाए. When goods have been sold, services has been rendered, आपने अपनी ड्यूटी कर दी है. Credit sales are treated as revenue on the day sales are made. जिस दिन ऑर्डर हुआ उस दिन नहीं होता बेटा, जिस दिन आपने सर्विस दे दिया, जिस दिन आपने गुड दे दिया, उस दिन ट्रांजैक्शन आपका रिकॉग्निशन लायक बनता है. चाहे हमने इनकम एडवांस में रिसीव कर ली हो, तब भी ट्रांजैक्शन रिकॉर्ड होने की कंडीशन में तभी आता है जब आपने सर्विसेज और गुड्स अपनी तरफ से दे दिया हो. मनी चाहे एडवांस आए, मनी चाहे बाद में आए, बट ऑन द डेट व्हेन यू हैव गिवन योर सर्विसेज और गुड्स, देन द ट्रांजैक्शन बिकम्स एलिजिबल टू बी पोस्टेड, है ना? देखो यहाँ पर भी मैन्युफैक्चर हुए, कैश रिसीव हुआ, वो बाद में पहले हो रही है चीजें, कोई बात नहीं, बट रेवेन्यू रिकॉग्नाइज कब होगा? जब आप अपना ड्यूटी, अपना गुड्स दे चुके, राइट? ठीक है जी. नेक्स्ट कम्स योर मैचिंग कंसेप्ट. मैचिंग कंसेप्ट सेज दैट इन द एंड ऑफ अकाउंटिंग योर बैलेंस शीट शुड मैच. तो बैलेंस शीट के बारे में आपने बहुत सुना होगा कि बैलेंस शीट ऐसी होती है, बैलेंस शीट वैसी होती है. तो बैलेंस शीट को शुरू करने वाला कंसेप्ट यही है बेटा, मैचिंग कंसेप्ट. The process of ascertaining the amount of profit earned or loss incurred during a particular year involves the deduction of related expenses from revenue earned during the period. The matching concept emphasizes the aspect that at the end of the year, revenue और expenses को सामने सामने रखा जाए तभी पता चलेगा कि इनकम हुई है या फिर यू कैन से हमें गेन हुआ है या लॉस हुआ है। वो तो तभी पता चलेगा जब आप इन दोनों को सामने रखोगे। तो मैचिंग ऑफ रेवेन्यूज एंड एक्सपेंसेस शुड बी डन. Matching of all the assets and liabilities should be done in the end. So matching concept states that all the revenues and incomes should be compared, should be kept equal to study what we are earning, what we are losing. Right? So उसी से हमें net income और net expense का realization होता है. Right? So this is what matching concept is. All the debits should be equal to credits in the end. You have to keep them equal. Right? Expenses revenue आपको बताएगा income हुआ या gain. Assets should be equal to all the liabilities plus capital. Next is accrual concept. Accrual concept beta is a assumption or a transaction which is recorded in the books of time at the time when we enter into the transaction, not when the settlement takes place. So this says you have to record the transaction on the date when the transaction is happening, not on the date when payment is made. For example, let's say sold goods on 9th April. Sold goods on 9th April. Payment received. Let's say payment was received on 30th April. So when we should record the transaction, when we should start the recording? We should start the recording on 9th April only. That is what accrual concept says. Whenever the transaction is starting, you have to record it from that date only, not from the date when the payment is received. तो पहले ही अगर हमने कोई ट्रांजेक्शन कर दी है तो उसको रिकॉर्ड करना उसी दिन से स्टार्ट कर देना चाहिए. So this is what accrual concept clears you out. Right? हाँ, even if the payment is received later, even if the company pays later, अगर ट्रांजेक्शन हो चुका है, आपने सर्विसेज दे दिया है, आपने गुड दे दिया है, तो आप उस ट्रांजेक्शन को रिकॉर्ड कर लीजिए. नेक्स्ट इज फुल डिस्क्लोजर कंसेप्ट. Full disclosure concept states that you should fully disclose all the transactions, all the expenses, incomes, assets, liabilities, capital of the business in your financial statements. So full disclosure principle states that all material and relevant facts concerning financial performance of an enterprise must be fully disclosed in the financial statements, है ना, with accompanying footnotes. So financial statements बेटा आप last chapter में देखोगे, बोल रहे हैं कि उसमें सारी की सारी चीजें डिस्क्लोज कर देनी चाहिए ताकि जो भी यूजर्स हैं, जो भी अकाउंटिंग के यूजर्स हैं, उन सबको एक क्लैरिटी मिल जाए कि क्या क्या इनके बिजनेस में होता है. Right? Financial statement should be prepared to reflect the true and fair view so that the parties they know the financial position and the performance of the enterprise. Full disclosure आपको यही बताता है कि सारी मटेरियल चीजें, सारी चीजें जो है मोस्टली डिस्क्लोज कर देनी चाहिए. नेक्स्ट इज कंसिस्टेंसी कंसेप्ट. कंसिस्टेंसी कहते हैं बेटा, कंसिस्टेंसी तो ऐसा वर्ड है जो आपको हर जगह ही फॉलो करना पड़ता है. आप देखो जब भी पढ़ाई करते हो तभी भी सब बोलते हैं कि कंसिस्टेंसी रखो भाई, कंसिस्टेंसी रखो, रोज पढ़ो रोज पढ़ो रोज पढ़ो. तो अकाउंटिंग में भी बेटा कंसिस्टेंसी रखनी पड़ती है कि आपको जो भी मेथड आप फॉलो कर रहे हैं, जो भी टर्म्स आप फॉलो कर रहे हैं, वही you should follow for years. So the accounting information provided by financial statement would be useful in drawing conclusions only when it allows comparisons over a period of time as well as with the working of other enterprise. So if you are following same methods, then only you can claim that you are following consistency. जैसे बेटा डेप्रिसिएशन निकालने के बहुत सारे मेथड्स होते हैं, बट आपके सिलेबस में दो ही मेथड है, राइट? एक मेथड होता है आपका स्ट्रेट लाइन मेथड, एक होता है रिटन डाउन वैल्यू मेथड. सो दिस कंसेप्ट सेज दैट इफ यू आर फॉलोइंग एसएलएम, फॉलो इट फॉर इयर्स, डोंट चेंज योर मेथड्स, बिकॉज अगर आप मेथड चेंज करते रहोगे तो आप कभी कंपेयर ही नहीं कर पाओगे, ना तो किसी और फॉर्म के साथ, ना ही अपनी प्रीवियस ईयर करंट ईयर की परफॉर्मेंस. सो अगर एक मेथड चलाने हैं तो उसी को ही चलाते रहिए. Right? So this is what consistency principle states. But yeah, अगर कोई ऐसा कंडीशन आ गया है जिसमें आपको कंपल्सरीली या अर्जेंटली अपने मेथड को चेंज करना पड़ रहा है, तो फिर आप एक नोट बनाकर क्लैरिटी के साथ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट के बाद लिख दीजिए, yes, this was the reason, इन which created urgency, जिस वजह से मुझे यहाँ पर change करना पड़ा. Right? So this is what your consistency principle says. हाँ, तो सेम आपने फॉलो करना है. गुडविल के भी बेटा मेथड्स होते हैं कुछ, वो आप 12th में पढ़ेंगे, बट जो भी मेथड आपने एक बार अडॉप्ट कर लिया उसे ही फॉलो कीजिए. बट अगर कोई अर्जेंसी आ गई तो चेंज भी कर सकते हैं, बट यू शुड फॉलो कंसिस्टेंसी मेजरली. Next is conservatism principle, the most important one beta. It is also called as prudence principle. Provides guidance for recording transactions in the book of accounts and is based on policy of playing safe. This word is used for major MCQs. Conservatism principle beta क्या होता है? ये बोलता है कि it says work in silence, let your success make noise. Right? कि अपने जितने भी losses हैं, if you can see it coming, start announcing them. If you are seeing any profits coming, just stay quiet unless you get it. So the concept states that a conscious approach should be adopted in ascertaining income and profits of the enterprise. So we are not going to overstate them, but we are going to overstate profits. We are going to overstate losses and expenses. Accountant should always play safe, right? Always should the play side of safety only. Means normally he will take the figure which will understate rather than overstate profit, but will announce all the liabilities, right? Anticipate no profits and provide for all possible losses, and if in doubt, written off. Even if you are feeling that this loss may or may not happen, कभी भी उसको announce कर दीजिए. नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं मटीरियलिटी कंसेप्ट. अब बनाओ बेटा, ये मटीरियली कंसेप्ट किसको कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट करता है? एक प्रिंसिपल को कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट करता है. वो कौन सा है जी? फुल डिस्क्लोजर. तो यस, दोनों प्रिंसिपल्स एक दूसरे को कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट करते हैं, बट फुल डिस्क्लोजर भी थोड़ा बहुत बोलता है कि हाँ मटीरियल चीजों को ही दिखाओ, बट फुल डिस्क्लोजर कहीं ना कहीं ये भी बोलता है कि fully disclose everything. But materiality concept says that only explain the material things in your books of accounting. Only claim the material facts in the books of accounting. अगर कोई additional information है जो necessary नहीं है books के लिए, उसको state मत कीजिए. Right? So now the question arises, which is material fact? Let's understand it. Let's say that the turnover of business is let's say 2 crore, है ना? And there is purchase of goods, machinery, major costs like 15 lakh, 50 lakh, 70 lakh. और ये एक छोटा मोटा expenses है, freight का 40 rupees का, repair of part, calling expenses 120. So for a 2 crore business, this is not required. Oh, this is required, but this is not required. तो इसको अगर हम नहीं भी दिखाएंगे तो वो कोई प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट नहीं करेगा. सो दिस इज व्हाट मटीरियलिटी कंसेप्ट सेज. द अमाउंट विच इज मटीरियल वो एक्सप्लेन कीजिए, जो मटीरियल नहीं है उसको आप लीव भी कर सकते हैं. राइट? हाँ, और यू कैन लाइक पोस्ट इट इन एग्रीगेशन कि टोटल करके एक बार दिखा दे कि हाँ दीज वर द मिसलेनियस एक्सपेंसेस. डोंट पोस्ट इट सेपरेटली because this is unnecessary for a 2 CR business that you are showing your 40-20 rupees expenses. है कि नहीं? Right? Okay. So yeah, these much principles only were to be covered. I think if I have covered all the principles. One principle which I think was not covered is verifiable objective, which states that each and every transaction should have a evidence in it. हर ट्रांजेक्शन का कुछ ना कुछ एविडेंस, कुछ ना कुछ प्रूफ, कोई ना कोई बिल हर ट्रांजेक्शन का रहना चाहिए. So I hope now I have covered all the transactions and all the principles. Right? So this is the quiz question which you have answered in the comment box. That accounting concept that refers to tendency of accountants to resolve uncertainty and doubt in favor of understating assets but overstating liabilities and expenses is which concept? So the answer of this you have to tell me in the comment box. Accrued, conservatism, cost, or materiality. So answer this quiz question in the chat box. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. This was all about your accounting principles. Now, if you have any doubts, any confusions, you can ask me in the chat box. Or if you have any tensions, or if you say that any of the principles was not covered, that also you can tell me in the chat. So I hope this video will be totally beneficial for you all. And if it is, do like the video and subscribe the channel and share it with your friends. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for cooperating. I hope I'll be seeing you all in the next classes. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.